Oh, great morning, everyone. Well, as you can see, we're back up and running on Lady G Tarot again, back home again. So I wanted to just put out what I got on Charlie Kirk on the other side. Well, he got to the other side, and all you feel over there is that overwhelming, embracing love. And he saw how wrong he was in his so-called Christian convictions, and how he was leading people down a path that was not Christ-centered. But yes, he, had the embrace over there, and, gets to meet with Christ himself, and he was ashamed. And I just feel for him, tears of remorse in seeing how wrong he was in his convictions, and wishing there was a way that he could make it right. But his time on the earth plane is done. And unfortunately, I guess his wife is continuing the misguided drama. So yeah, he had the life review and saw just how far off he was from the genuine teachings of Christ. And like I said, feeling a lot of remorse, a lot of just more than embarrassment, more than that, just the remorse, and feeling that overwhelming love and that overwhelming acceptance and things on the other side, and saw that just how he was outside of that on the earth plane, and put up all these divisions and these things that should never have been in place. So I just feel from him a lot of sadness in one way, okay? Regret, sadness, overwhelming of that emotion. And when Christ consciousness was coming close, it was like, immediately you have that knowledge, okay, on the other side. You have immediate knowledge. And I just felt that he was shrinking, shrinking when that actual light came and the actual presence was there. And he was just the shadows are laid bare. You can't hide. Okay? And you can't hide from yourself at that point. Everything is revealed. And it was stark. Very stark for him. And I just feel these, like I said, these tears of regret are coming. Just these tears of regret. And I feel just Christ embracing him. But he can't go back and change what's there. And he sees how he led so many down a wrong path, when he really thought he was following. But he got diverted, not into the teachings of really Christianity, but the Old Testament hate and dogma and drama. there, which had nothing to do with what the Christ came to reform during that time. So he saw his delusion, the delusion, and these overwhelming tears of regret. And just that, when you're getting that embrace of that all-encompassing love, and you see, like what Christ said, what you've done to the least of these, you've done to me. And that was absolutely apparent. So that embrace of Christ was just overwhelming. Now, that being said, that is not the experience that Trump is going to have. No, absolutely not. I've spoken about this, what's coming for Trump. And it's a whole different scenario. Yes, a lot of things that Charlie Kirk said were just horrendous. And that light of truth has permeated all of that on the other side. And just I feel that heart sadness that he has on the other side, that pain, which is really abundant, and just has to come to terms with the things that he had done in this misbegotten ideation of Christianity. Okay? He's got the real deal now. So on that note, I'll leave that here. He's on the other side. He's out of suffering in one way, but he's regretting the things that he had promoted here. Very hard lesson for him. Very hard, and a lot of regret and wishing that he could come back and change it, but he can't. He can't. So on that note, I'll leave that here. He feels also for those that have been led down this path, for what's coming for them. Yeah. So on that note, I'll leave that here, and we'll see you online.